Hello friends, welcome to Quarantine Art with Miss Mitchell. Today we're going to be making ellipses. What's an ellipse? Well, let me tell you. An ellipse is a regular oval shape, okay, traced by a point moving in a plane so that the sum of its distances from two other points is constant, or resulting when a cone is cut by an oblique plane. Let me try that again. An ellipse. Oh, it's a shape that looks like an oval or a flattened circle, okay? Circles are special cases of ellipses obtained when the cutting plane is perpendicular to the cone's axis. That's not really helpful. Oh, here we go. In mathematics, an ellipse is a plane curve surrounding two focal points such that for all points on the curve, the sum of the two distances to the focal points is constant. What? No. An ellipse is when you know that something is a circle, but when you look at it from an angle, it kind of looks like a smooshed oval. So why on earth do we need to know what an ellipse is? Well, because if you know what an ellipse is and understand how it works and know how to draw it, you can draw all sorts of really cool things like this lemon. You can see my ellipse here on the slice of lemon. You know that it's a circle if you were looking at it head on, but since you're looking at it from an angle, it looks like an ellipse. What about, oh my gosh, look at this. I have an ellipse here as my plate. My cookies are little bumpy ellipses. I have an ellipse as the rim of my milk glass, the top of where the actual milk starts. They're everywhere. Look at this. Ellipses on ellipses on ellipses. I have each layer of my cake, and I should have done another ellipse down here for a plate. We'll add that. So for this project, all you really need is pencil and paper, and then if you choose to color your pictures, you can also use colored pencils, markers, crayons, whatever. So I'm going to show you how I did each of my pictures, and then I hope you take your new ellipse drawing skills and draw all sorts of other cool stuff. So for example, my lemon, I started out by drawing my ellipse, and an ellipse is pretty much an oval, but you also want to think about the shape of the object and how much of an angle you're looking at. So if I was looking straight down on a lemon, it would be almost a perfect circle, right? Maybe a little bumpy. When I'm looking at it from an angle, I could be up pretty close to it, so it's almost a perfect circle, but a little bit of an angle, or I could be way far away looking at this slice of lemon from across the room, and it might be just a really small, skinny ellipse, okay? So you decide what kind of angle you're looking at your lemon from. I'm gonna do this little tiny skinny one, and then I just added a little curve here, kind of like a little bowl shape, and then usually they have a little bump on the end where the leaf grows out of. And then I usually like to draw another ellipse inside of this one so that you can show the skin of the lemon or the peel, and then just some little slicers inside. Oh yeah, extreme angle. All right. And then I also, when I colored mine, I added a little bit of shading underneath just to give it some more realism and a little depth, make it look like it's sitting on the counter. Okay, for my milk and cookies, holy smokes, I'm going to turn my page actually horizontally, I believe. And I'll start with the milk glass. It's so cool. You're just drawing ellipses on ellipses. And again, depending on how close you are to the milk glass, what angle you're looking at it from, draw your top ellipse. And then you're just going to draw the sides of your cup. They might go perfectly straight down, or they might slant in just a little bit, like that. And then the bottom of your milk cup actually follows the same shape. So it's not straight across down here on the milk bottom. You want to follow that same curve to make it look more realistic. And then you're going to draw an ellipse in the middle of your cup somewhere. Maybe your milk is almost gone, so it's way down here. Ooh, and then I just added a little, you know how I love the twinkles. Add a little twinkle on my milk too. And then over here, I'm going to draw a big ellipse for my cookie plate. Since I'm almost out of milk, maybe there's only one cookie left. Right here. You can add some little details like chocolate chips. Maybe you're more of an oatmeal kind of person. And then usually there's a little impression here in the middle of the plate. So again, I'm going to draw that ellipse inside my ellipse. And then you can draw a little rim on the bottom of the plate to show that that impression on top is sunk down. And there you have it. You have since my milk's almost gone, I only have one cookie and some delicious milk. Might be almond milk, soy milk, who knows. Okay, now for the epic finale, this birthday cake. Holy moly. Same thing, you're gonna decide how big you want your top layer. I like to start at the top layer because each following ellipse has to kind of curve around behind that top layer. So leave a little bit of room for your decorations on top, your candles or whatever. And you're just gonna draw your smallest ellipse and then 2 parallel lines coming down the side. You can decide how tall that top layer is too. And then just like with our milk glass, we want to follow the same curve of the very top of our cake with the bottom of that first layer. Just that little bit of rounding makes it look extra realistic. And then for your second layer, you're just gonna start by drawing it a little bit up the first layer so that it looks like the top layer is sitting on the second layer. Whoa, okay, that just looks like a hat. There's another thing you already know how to draw with an ellipse. And then same thing, 2 parallel lines on the side. Make the second layer's curve follow the top. Oh man, this looks delicious already. You could do 3, 4, 5 layers, whatever you want. Again, a little bit up that second layer. You're gonna pop out of there, bring it all the way around and up into the side of your second layer. 2 parallel lines. And the bottom should be a curve that matches this top line. And then same thing for the bottom. I'm gonna draw my nice big cake plate. But then instead of drawing sides, you're just done. All right, I think those look pretty good. And now that you know what an ellipse is, I bet you're gonna start seeing them everywhere. You're gonna be like across the room like, hey Dad, your plate looks like an ellipse. Totally cool. If your parents ask you what you learned about today, oh, I just learned about an ellipse and how to draw a 5-layer birthday cake, no big deal. So I hope that you find ellipses everywhere in life. I hope that you draw a picture of all of them and have an excellent time doing it. Okay, wait, before I go, I have to tell you, I just noticed even the very tippity top of my birthday candles are ellipses. Whoa, 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 they're really everywhere. And then I was thinking, really a fun ellipse game would be to draw different sizes and shapes of ellipses on a piece of paper. And then with someone in your family or with a friend, you could each take turns turning each ellipse into an actual picture and see if the possibilities really are endless. Well, there you have it. Thanks for joining me once again. Do you guys know that at the end of these videos, I always post my email address, so make sure you send me pictures of whatever you create using your new ellipse drawing knowledge. Here's the joke of the day. Why can't the sun talk? It doesn't have any lips. All right, here's the kid art of the week. Today's Kid Art of the Week is by Abby. She made our Well Wishers project and she did an awesome job adding lots of detail, good thoughts for our friends and neighbors, and a ton of pop and color. Nice job, Abby.